This is your host Parthesh Shah from Fintech, and you are listening to Night Snippets. In the international market, US equity market saw a sell-off to start 2021, with Nasdaq and Dow Jones losing approx 1.5% in the first trading session. The rush to safety was reignited, and we could see some buying in Treasury. The US 10-year had closed at 0.93 percentage points, and 30-year closed 1 basis points down at 166 on Monday. The 10-year US Treasury inflation protected securities TIPS break-even inflation rate topped 2% for the first time since November 2018. On Tuesday, the state of Georgia holds a runoff election for 2 US Senate seats that will decide the control of the chamber, and the winner of the 2020 presidential election will be declared on Wednesday. A full control by the Democratic will lead to higher stimulus, higher expected inflation, and US Treasury breaking 1% mark. A divided control between the Democrats and Republicans will have a modest impact on yields. In the crude oil market, the OPEC Plus talks stalled on Monday after the group failed to reach a consensus on the best path forward for oil production. The two heavyweights in the group, Russia and Saudi Arabia, are once again at the opposite end of the spectrum, with Saudi Arabia pressuring the group to roll back the additional production rolled out in January of 500,000 barrels per day, while Russia hoping for a substantial increase of 500,000 per day from February. Crude is at $51.25 per barrel, and market is expected to be range bound with the result of the OPEC Plus committee in watch. Crude short-term range seems to be at $51 to $53 per barrel. In the currency market, dollar index is at 89.77. DXY's today's range seems to be 89.51 to 90.17. If Georgia swings and gives full control to Democrats, a higher fiscal stimulus, better economic recovery, and weakened dollar are certainty. USD CNY or Chinese yuan is at 644. We at Night Research have already given the 630 target for USD CNY for calendar year 21, and it seems Chinese government is letting it slide to avoid currency manipulator tag amid trade tensions between US and China. But this time, the strength is Chinese economy, huge FPI inflows in Chinese equity and debt markets, and trade surpluses will warrant a weaker yuan, and hence Night Research expects 630 levels. USD INR with a low of 72.90 closed at 73.02 on Monday. USD INR's range for today seems to be 72.90 to 73.15. USD INR had opened weak at 72.93 and finally managed to break below 73 levels but did not close below 73. With DXY weakening, USD INR will be below 73, and that is certain. But we just have to wait for RBI actions, if any. If Georgia plays out and gives full control to Democrats, expect dollar index to touch 88 and USD INR at 72.50. In the domestic market positivity continued on Monday as well, with now higher trading volumes. 522 GS 2025 closed at 5% versus 504 the previous day. 577 GS 2030 closed at 586 versus 590 the previous day. Reasons for yesterday's rally: number 1, renewed interest from FPIs and foreign banks. The start of 2021 has given some new hopes to the foreign banks which are in search of yield in such low yield global markets. And reason number 2, buying from mutual funds. At the start of 2021, mutual funds have seen a drastic inflow in their debt schemes and are compelled to buy short-term maturities. MFs typically like up to 5-year maturities, and we could see the interest there. Yesterday, we could see approx 2,228 crore buying from the foreign banks, while 4,000 crore buying from the mutual funds in single trading day session, and hence the rally. But point to note is, public sector banks have sold approx 2,154 crores, while others have sold approx 2,853 crores. So public sector banks are increasingly selling with each rise, and this shows their mood. We expect the positivity to continue, as typically this kind of buying lasts for a few days, and even RBI has supported the market with operation twists. Hence, Make use of this rally to lighten your portfolio before the budget to avoid any event risk. That's it for today. You are listening to Night Snippets with Parthesh Shah from Night Fintech. See you tomorrow with the new episode of Night Snippets.